In addition, it is possible to identify other sources of global, new, and innovative financing, which would be able to cover the costs of development, the humanitarian emergencies, and climate change, such as, for example, global levies on CO2 emissions, on other forms of pollution, and on financial transactions. Others could be derived by the administration by the United Nations of global commons, such as the international sea, space, and cyberspace, with their respective concessions, permits, taxes, and fines. As far as we're concerned, with a clear feeling of responsibility and commitment through the Reconciliation and National Unity Government and the direct participation of Nicaraguans in the Empowered Citizens Councils, we have initiated actions aimed at the preservation of the environment. Within the framework of the National Human Development Plan 2007 to 2011, the National Strategy for the Environment, and the Agro-Environmental Regional Strategy and Health of the countries members of the System of Central American Integration, Nicaragua has formulated and is currently implementing a strategy for climate change and a strategy for the agro-environment and for health, which covers the mobilization of the councils of empowered citizens and environmental activists for voluntary actions aimed at prevention, mitigation, and adaptation to climate change at all levels, from the home all the way to the national level. It is our target to recover the 6 million hectares of forest, the forest cover, in other words. We are imposing a target for reforestation of on ourselves, which is 100,000 hectares per year. Our approach to adaptation for climate change starts from our own political will, and it responds directly to, it is in direct response to our national realities. It involves mainly actions which are aimed at reducing the use of fossil fuels, a change of land use, prevention of deforestation, and encroachment of agricultural areas, as well as guaranteeing the sovereignty and the food security of our country. Nicaragua states that the reparations on an annual basis for reducing the historic environmental debt of developed countries is the only way forward. However, we know that in order to correct this in a direction that would lead to benefits for everyone, with a feeling of complementarity and, above all, human solidarity over the long term, what is required is the erection of a new financial and economic world architecture, which will alter at the same time the current structure of world power that prevents progress currently in terms of the reduction of inequalities, which is important, and also reduction of poverty, as well as overcoming environmental problems, including global warming. In this approach for the common good, we can find the most authentic solution to the problems of the world. The world problems need world financing, administered by world democratic institutions on the basis of the United Nations and a reform of the United Nations. We welcome the invitation that the international community has extended to Taiwan to participate in the assemblies of specialized agencies of the United Nations directly related with the well-being of 23 million Taiwanese nationals. And in this, along these lines, we would like to urge the UNFCCC to adopt a similar position. Friends, Nicaragua, which does not stand alone in its aspirations, would prefer to have a utopian position in favor of survival, which would support the positions that where there would be actions that would avoid the consequences of short, medium, and long term of human actions. just like an addict and short-term consumers who know that they are destroying themselves, but who are not able to alter their behavior. The idea of a final apocalypse for the human species for us is a lack of respect for our previous generations whose struggles have made it possible for human development of our species, as well as something which is immoral for our children because we would be making their future impossible. The survival of our species and all of the species is this utopia that we are all fighting for. In Copenhagen, we have stopped time, and humanity must reflect and must contemplate as if it were looking at a mirror. We must contemplate and consider our own fears and our values, our strengths and our weaknesses. We must grasp the fact that we are a species capable of the most incredible things, however, and achievements. However, we have a capacity for destruction like no other species has had over the earth. Each one of us bears or shoulders this responsibility of fighting for this utopia. Our fight for a change of conscience will be one additional flame that we will light in order to make light of the dark. One light, another flame, and all of a sudden we will have a sun. Thank you very much.